Muldowney. I have a film here called Savage. It's my first feature film.
Yeah, and I'm Lee Cronin. I have a short film in the Méliès competition. It's called Through the Night, and it's the first horror short that I've done.
And what's that about? So I'm really bad with horror films.
Okay.
So.
It's a pretty simple setup. There's actually not a huge amount of story to it. It's a very simple kind of atmospheric scenario, and it involves a guy and a girl in their bedroom, and the guy is paying no attention to his girlfriend, and she's going through some sort of obvious change that the audience are aware of. So it's kind of just a really, really heightened tension all the way through. It's just a case of be nice to your girlfriend, really. That's what it's all about. You know?
Why she might get possessed?
She might do, yeah, if you're not paying enough attention.
I'll be less of it. And what's your film about?
It's a revenge film. It's about a guy who's attacked in Dublin on his way home, and slowly goes off the rails, and it ends in a messy situation.
Without giving too much.
Exactly, yeah.
You got to watch it to see.
Yeah,
definitely got to watch it to see. It's in the Silver Méliès competition, which, as far as I know, excuse my ignorance, I'm not 100% sure about it, but it is that it's essentially, if you win the Silver Award, you're then put forward for the Gold Méliès Award, which, as far as I know, is just kind of given to one film. So I suppose it's a case of it's the best of a certain festival that then go forward, and all the best of the festivals are rewarded. So it's great to be part of it, you know, and it obviously adds a little bit of edge to being here, because you screen your film at some festivals that are non-competitive, but when it's actually competitive, I think it adds a little bit of edge and kind of adds to the nerves, you know.
Yeah.
But it's great to be involved, you know. Absolutely.
So it's not just a case of getting here and sitting down and chilling out and watch your film.
No, you get a bit of pale alien to before you watch your film, and that usually kind of takes the edge off. But it's tonight, so we'll kind of see how it goes. I think the competition looks really strong. It's weird when you go to a film festival, you're often judging it off a photograph, a still in a programme, you know, to kind of see what the competition is like, but they all look, based on their stills, really good, so you're obviously going to be nervous, and it's just nice to be amongst good films and good company, you know. It's always nice. You want to be tested against other good work to really see if you've done a good job, you know. That's the goal.
And so yourself, because obviously your film's being shown tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you hoping to do today? What drew you to come to the film festival today?
Well, it's just nice to come and see the films with an audience, you know. Like, in fairness, I've seen it quite a few times now, so I don't actually go and watch it anymore. It's kind of painful to watch. So, but you know, I mean, what draws you to it? You make a film, you spend 2 years of your life making it, and you know, you don't make it to put it under your bed. You make it to be shown to an audience. So this is where it comes alive, you know.
And you two know each other already, don't you?
We do indeed, yeah.
So I've heard there's quite a good Irish filmmaking contingent here this year.
There's a few of us, all right. There's a few of us here. I think there's about 4 or 5 in total. I think there's a couple of other Irish films on as well. I don't know if all the filmmakers are here, but there's 4 of us I know of.
Normally I actually scan the programmes and really have a look, but correct me if I'm wrong, but is it 2 shorts, or is there more?
There's 2 Irish shorts.
2 shorts, and then
2 features,
maybe
3
features maybe, or 2, yeah.
So what's the filmmaking industry like over in Ireland compared to
Well, Brendan haven't made a feature, should probably answer that question.
Well, I don't really know. I'm sure the difference is it's smaller. We have a very good film board run by Simon Perry. He used to be head of British Screen, I think he used to be. So, you know, it's been quite good. In the last 2 years we've had record numbers of features being made, and that's because of Simon's encouragement to companies for the last maybe 5-10 years to get into co-productions, but also he's been encouraging the lower budget films, which we were part of. So it's, yeah, I mean, I think the year before last they made about 26 or 30 films, so it's huge.
There seems to be a lot of activity really trying to drive new talent through at the moment. You know, there seems to be, I don't know, Brendan, if you agree, there seems to be a sense of a lot of different types of movies getting made than before. Like you take Savage, which is playing here, and Zonad, which played last night. They're so wildly different. You know, that's sort of way 2 ends of the spectrum. But there seems to be a lot of support on the low budget side. You know, like myself and my producer, we're trying to make our first feature next year. Whether we get the finance together or not remains to be seen, but the support is there to try and push us to kind of follow our vision through, and I think that support seems to be behind a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of different filmmakers emerging.
Yeah, it's quite open now. It's not like a closed shop, which I'm not saying it ever was, but it definitely feels like there's a lot of possibilities at the moment. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like I've always been an advocate of digital technology, because in college they just didn't really want to give me a chance to shoot on film. I never got the opportunity, so I was pushed to work on that technology, and it's kind of cheaper initially at the production, and it always seems a lot cheaper, but I think ultimately somewhat, I'm sure, you know, I'm not a producer, so producers would say it actually costs a third less, but you know, there's always those kind of hidden costs even with that technology. When you know, you shoot your film on cards and you put it onto drives, and goddamn, you put it on 5 drives because you put it to 4 corners of the earth because you don't want it to go missing. So I think it's probably has got a bit cheaper. I think people have been not necessarily forced, but people are working for cheaper because they, you know, I don't want to say it's necessarily tough times, but with the technology changing, the system changing, crews can be smaller, and I think it's more adaptable than necessarily, you know, overall cheaper, I think.
Forgive my ignorance. So, is there anything else at the film festival that you're particularly impressed by the look of when you approach it?
So I just arrived, so
yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the Red, White and Blue, which is on now, and I don't actually know a lot about it except I've been told to go and see it, and you know, I'm of a little bit of a nervous disposition, so I'll see how I feel after and then maybe give you a better answer. There's a couple of things, I'm really good or not very good with names, so there's a couple of things I've seen in the programme that I do want to go and see. You know, I've seen Savage a couple of times. I might, depending on how much I have to drink tonight, might go and see the third. Should you go and see the third time, Brendan? It's 3 times too many. I might go and see Savage again tomorrow. And I'm looking for, again, it's, you know, when you're competing in the shorts end, I'm really looking forward to the other short filmmakers are doing. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what people are doing with their budgets and what they're achieving, you know, because that, you know, I think you come over here and that helps give you a little bit of hope about what it is that you're trying to progress and do, you know. So I suppose it's a very general answer, but I'm looking forward to watching a lot of the stuff that's on.
That's good to know. What about yourself?
Well, Red, White and Blue I'm going to see now. I'm dying to see that. I saw Simon's first film, or not first film, his last film. I forgot the name, Living in the Dead it was called. And I was very impressed with it, so, and I've heard a lot about this, so that's my highlight of the weekend actually.
Thank you very much for talking to us and what you're going to watch some films now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.